One time he came home with hickeys and told me, oh, my friend pinched me.
At the tender age of 14, Pablo and Stephanie believed they were in love. By the time they were 15, they were parents, young, in love, and completely unprepared for family life. Now, after 4 years of living together, Pablo is ready to move on while Stephanie wants to work things out.
What he doesn't get is that I'm not gonna get over the past.
I'm not trying to be in the leash. I'm actually here, to get it over with. I don't want none of that anymore. I'm tired of fighting.
Well, A, you're not his wife. There's a difference between shacking up and being married. There is.
Will these young lovers pack up and move on?
That was you. You made the decision to go back with him with no assurances that he was a different person.
Today, on Divorce Court.
Come to order. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toller presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Pablo Gonzalez and Stephanie Aguayo. The two of you 19-year-olds have been together for 5 years, living together for 4, and have one child together. Is that accurate?
That's correct.
Correct.
One of you is done. I think that's you.
Yes.
Ms. Aguayo, you want me to fix him
Yes,
and
please.
keep him. Which I'm going to tell you why that's not going to work. We'll get there momentarily. You have some financial issues you want me to resolve when you do leave one another, but Ms. Aguayo, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about this relationship, why it's not working out, and what you think I can do for you?
Well, I love Pablo, but he just loves cheating. And we were 15 when we got together and we had a kid. But, he's just cheated ever since. And
When you say cheated ever since, how often? Can you give me a number?
well, there was a time where he probably talked to like 5 different girls at the same time. Because he would go out and he would leave me at home with his mom, with the kid, and he had his own car, so of course he took advantage of that. But
Mr. Gonzalez, were you cheating regularly?
Yes.
Okay. And are you still cheating regularly?
No.
And how long has it been since you cheated on her?
I'll say about a year ago.
Say about a year ago. What changed a year ago that made you want to be a faithful guy?
I'm more controlling.
I looked at her and she's beautiful, so, we have a kid together.
She was beautiful 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, but we have a kid together. I was young. I didn't think that way.
You're still young.
I'm still young, yeah. But I didn't think that way, like I said, so I think years have passed by. I matured
But
up.
that's no excuse.
Well, Ms. Aguayo, you say he's not cheating anymore because you're more controlling of him.
Yes.
Explain that to me.
Well, that's the reason why we're here, because he wants to leave me because he thinks that I'm controlling, but he
I can
cheated.
explain.
What
I
am
can
I supposed
explain
to do? What
controlling.
am I supposed to do, Your Honor?
Okay. Mr. Gonzalez, she said that she thinks you want to leave her because she's too controlling. What kind of things does she do that you find overly controlling?
Well, for example, we go to a store and she doesn't tell me to look down, but I know if I look up and if there's a girl or woman in front of me, she's going to accuse me that I have been with her and I had relationships
Who
with her,
knows?
cheating.
Maybe
I'm
he
talking about
did.
every girl.
All the girls he was with, maybe they were
So
local
if you
girls.
two went outdoors today and were walking down the street, just walking down the sidewalk, and a pretty girl came along, what would you expect him to do that would keep you quiet?
Honestly?
Honestly. Tell me the truth.
Turn away? Because I don't
He
think
needs to turn away.
I'm a man, so...
So what does that mean?
I'm a woman.
There's
Oh, my
no
goodness.
100% a man that's not going to look at a woman. That's impossible.
It's impossible?
Yes. So,
Shall we ask Joe?
No. Don't put me in the middle
All
of this.
right. Don't ask me. Don't ask me.
Yeah, it's worse.
Mr. Guayo, what other things do you do to ensure that he doesn't cheat on you?
Well, I check his phone and I don't let him have Facebook. Because he's had it before, but...
You check his phone. You don't allow him to have social media.
No, because he did. Look, the reason... No. The reason he doesn't have them because he did have them. But what did he do with it?
What did he do with it?
He called He got girls' numbers. He hit up his exes. He would, I don't even know if he met up with some of them.
Now, Mr. Gonzalez, it seems that she's got you on a fairly short leash now. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would.
Do you think that has anything to do with your decision not to cheat, is that you don't have as much access as you once did?
Well, I mean, you know, she's just over controlling with me, you know.
But
I mean,
he
I
lost
need my
those
space.
privileges. That's what you don't understand.
I mean, but you wouldn't.
Well, tell me what other privileges he's lost. I mean, what other ways do
Okay,
you
wouldn't
contain it?
he can't go out to parties.
He can't go to
He can't have
parties.
social stuff like Facebook or MySpace, because on both of them he's done the worst.
See, I did all these kind of things. I was thinking, you know, that time, and I did these things because she would ignore me. She wouldn't pay attention to me.
I just had a baby. Your
She would
Honor,
always go
a
to her family's
15-year-old.
house and leave me by myself. You know.
What is
so
a 15-year-old supposed to do with the baby? I didn't know what it was.
15-year-old's
hard.
not supposed to have a baby. That's where the problem is. All together. None of this is right. None of this is right. And I get that, and everybody understands that, but that's already happened. My question to you is, do you trust him or don't you?
I think she should trust me. I have.
I'm talking to Ms.
improved-
Aguayo.
The-
Do you trust him or don't you?
I don't think he'll cheat on me, but I'm not gonna be easy with him because I think he lost those privileges.
When divorce court continues, will Stephanie heed Judge Lynn's wake-up call?
If I would have stayed, I would have had my car, I would have had my apartment, I would have been in college.
That's what I'm trying to get you to do. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm trying to get you to go back there. Have you been living together for years but found that splitting up is as complicated as getting a divorce? Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com or become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt.
Divorce Court returns with the case of Stephanie Aguayo, who refuses to trust her live-in boyfriend Pablo because of his history of affairs. But what exactly is Stephanie's long-term plan?
How long do you expect to keep him on a short leash? What would make you trust him?
I don't know, I think he's just proved it, but the thing is that what he doesn't get is that I'm not gonna get over the past.
I'm just tired of fighting with the past.
And I get the part that you can't get over the past, but my question is, if you can't get past it, why continue to suffer from it?
Because
Well-
because
Go ahead.
because we have a kid.
Let me tell you something about children. They'll be as crazy as you are. They need stability, they need security, they need mom that's cool and not running around with an Inspector Gadget hat, hiding and jumping out of bushes and looking for where their father is. They need to feel the safe that you feel. And if you don't feel safe, they won't feel safe. If he's really the right guy, if he's really a good guy, your parents love you, don't you? You could go home, couldn't you?
Yes, since the first day that I had left with Pablo.
See, that's what I would do. I'd pack up that little baby and just go home. And then if he wanted me, he'd come get me.
See,
He'd
that
come
has happened
correct.
before.
He'd have to win my heart again. But he has no reason to do that because you don't make him. Right?
That has happened before. We have gotten into a lot of arguments, cheating. We've been through a lot. There's this one time, I cheated on her. She caught me in the phone. She took off to Ohio, different state, and that's when I realized a lot of things, and I followed her too. It seemed like a movie for me, and that's why I started thinking.
You followed
different.
her, and what happened?
He brought me back from my parents' home in Ohio, and I came back to him still cheating. Why didn't he just leave me with my parents?
See, but Ms. Aguayo, that was you. You made the decision to go back with him with no assurances that he was a different
this is him.
person.
Oh, I promise I'm gonna change. Oh, I won't do it anymore. I came back and he did the same thing.
I was
if I
young
would have stayed, Your
back
Honor,
then.
if I would have stayed, I would have had my car, I would have had my apartment, I would have been in college.
That's what I'm trying to get you to do. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm trying to get you to go back there. How long do you expect to keep him on a short leash?
It's not, you think I'm trying to say like it's fun to do it, but it's not.
Oh, I know it's not fun. That's not what I'm
It's
trying to say at
horrible.
all.
It's miserable. We're living day by day.
There you go.
I'm not trying to be in the leash. I'm actually here, to get it over with. I don't want none of that anymore. I'm tired of fighting every day. It's just arguments with my phone,
Tell me about-
breaking my phone.
He's not thinking about the baby. He never did, because if he did think about the baby, he wouldn't cheat on me. He would have since the first day. If he took me to his house, that was him accepting the responsibility. So why
I
is he?
agree
Do you
to
think,
that. I mean,
apart from the
everybody makes
cheating, is he a good
mistakes.
father?
Yes, he is.
And when you say a good father, define that for me. What does he do? What are the characteristics that he has and demonstrates towards your baby that makes you happy that he's his father?
Well, it's like I'm more strict, and he's more like to go to the park. My son.
So
goes,
he's playing with the
yes,
kid. That's not a good father. That's a good babysitter.
No,
And
That's a good grandmother.
no, I buy them clothes. I
Yeah,
buy,
and he supports.
I buy them. I support them. I pay the rent. I pay cell phones. I pay bills. I pay everything for them. But back then, I never used to do that. I didn't think that way. And years had passed by. I was young. I made mistakes. Like I said, so now, I consider myself more mature.
I
I
and
work.
you want credit for that.
I don't want credit. I'm showing her, that I know it takes time to someone to change and to trust. I just want her to trust me.
When divorce court continues, Judge Lynn throws down the gauntlet.
Here's the deal, Mr. Wyatt. You got to make a decision. This is all about what you're going to do. The decision is to forgive him and live on, or don't forgive him and go home. Do you believe Pablo is no longer cheating on Stephanie? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call 1-800-282-1991 now.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and follow us on Twitter at Divorce Court. Divorce Court returns with the case of Pablo Gonzalez, who admits to cheating on his girlfriend Stephanie in the past. But has Pablo figured out that he can have his cake and eat it too?
He has no downside to cheating, because you always let him stay. Ms. Aguayo, you claim that when he goes out, he turns off the phone so you can't disturb him. Is that true?
Yes, and not even that. He would go out with his friends, and he wouldn't come back till 4 in the morning. One time he came home with.
I would leave.
Hang on, Mr. Gonzalez.
One
let her
time he
finish.
came home with hickeys and told me, "Oh, my friend pinched me."
Mr. Gonzalez, what is your response to that accusation?
Yes.
That happened.
No. Can you please ask him how did he get that?
Well, I know he had a hickey. He's not lying.
Okay, but he still claims that he never had sex with someone, but he had hickeys on his neck.
That doesn't mean
Well,
that I
I
had
think,
sex
Mr.
with
Gonzalez,
someone.
can we all assume that you were cheating on her for 4 years, having sex with other people?
I was cheating on her, but I never had sex with no one else. I was cheating.
But you were but no sex, no actual
No sex.
Everything, well, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. You say her family hates you.
Some of her family hates me.
Okay.
Why
Why do you think that is?
Well, the things that I have.
I couldn't even ask that with a straight face.
Obviously, the things that I have done to her, for example, there's one time we were at school and we weren't together, we broke up and, I just started talking to friends, or just meet people. And I met this one girl, but she gave me her number and everything, but it's not like I never called her or saved the number, I threw
But
it
we were
away
just
right after
arguing.
class.
We were just arguing.
What do you two argue about?
Jealousy about her. She's just jealous overall.
But he was cheating, so I had a reason to fight for what.
Are you still arguing and fighting now?
Not so much, but it's just I built this wall up towards him that it's not letting our relationship work. But
Here's the deal,
I
Mr.
mean-
Wyatt. You got to make a decision. This is all about what you're going to do. The decision is to forgive him and live on, or don't forgive him and go home. That's the decision. You can't continue to distrust him, build walls, have arguments, watch his phone, and live a productive and happy life that is a good environment for that kid. So you got to decide if you want to keep him, you got to go ahead and trust him.
I mean,
See what I'm saying? Because otherwise it ain't going to work. What's the point? Because he has no downside to cheating before. Because you always let him stay.
When divorce court continues, will Stephanie recognize what's causing Pablo to cheat?
I mean, she has to understand I'm a good-looking man. You know,
Do you believe Pablo is no longer cheating on Stephanie? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call 1-800-282-1991 now.
Divorce court returns with the case of Pablo Gonzalez and Stephanie Aguayo, who are only 19 years old with a 4-year-old child, yet are ready to dissolve their cohabitation arrangement.
Okay, let's say we do leave each other. Mm-hmm. So it's so easy for him. He cheated on me and now it's over. He's not going to deal with we have a kid. Like, that's what I'm not getting over with.
He still has to pay child support. He has to still see the baby. He still has to be a father. None of that ends. It doesn't end his responsibility to his child. All of that remains. He just doesn't have access to you sexually. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she has to understand I'm a good-looking man. You know, I done mistakes. You know, for example, if we go to the store and there's a girl looking at me, I'm facing down and she accuses me, why is that girl looking at you? You know, it's like, what are you talking about?
Maybe she knows you because you cheated on me so much.
But like I'm saying, I'm a good-looking man. You know, what do you expect? A girl not to, like, you know what I mean?
Do guys look at her? And don't tell me no, because that can't be true.
Of course they do. But I'm not jealous like that. I'm not like that.
He's not
I'm
jealous
different
because
than her.
I've never cheated on him. But wait till the day that something happens and then he's going to be like how I was.
Oh, yeah,
and he
you have
judges
cheated on me once.
Oh, my gosh.
As
and
of what I recall.
He judges me for that.
When you say he judges me, what do you mean by that? What does he do or say?
Yeah, he says, oh, like, why can't I treat him like other wives treat their husbands? Mm-hmm. But
you're not his wife. There's a difference between shacking up and being married. There is.
But the thing is, if we were to split up right now, what do I have for myself and what does he have? He has experience in job. He has money saved up. What do I have?
We got your parents.
I got my parents, but the thing is, I don't have anything. Nothing under my name. I have no credit, nothing.
That's okay, you're 19. You make credit. You do that by going out and doing stuff. I mean, you speak of your situation as a fait accompli, like there's nothing you can do about it. You have no power to change it. You got all the power, all of it. You just have to make a decision to use it. What are you gonna do, Ms. Aguayo?
Well, I would like to try marriage counseling because I think it's worth it.
Mr. Gonzalez, do you
I'll
still
accept
want to
that.
leave?
I'll give it one more chance. I'm just tired of it, but I'll just keep fighting and see what happens from there.
I'm going to say this and then I'm going to go because you got to recognize the power that you have. And the power that you have is the power to make decisions for yourself. That decision may or may not include being with the guy that you're with right now. But what's the point in being with the guy that you're with right now if it's an unhappy situation and it's not getting any better? A woman without a man is not incomplete or unsatisfactory or unwanted. She's simply currently unimpeded. And maybe that's what you need to be for a while until you get your head together and know what's really going on. And if he's man enough, he'll follow you to where you want to go and what you need, but you've got to have your own. And you're making your whole life based on whether or not he looks at other women. Woo! That's all I'm saying. I know nobody's going anywhere, so I'm not even going to bother with whatever the arbitration was. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it alone. Do the right thing. She deserves to be a little cranky. Suck it up. Do the right thing. And you need to decide who you want to be. You want to be the angry, jealous wife, or you going to be a grown woman with a kid? This matter is adjourned.
All rise. Parties may leave the courtroom.
Stephanie and Pablo have decided it's best for them not to live together, but they are in couples counseling, continuing to work on their relationship with the hope of reuniting. Both are back in school and laying groundwork for their future.